Alright, good evening everybody. My name is FFXIV and welcome to my continued playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, the Dawntrail expansion. Where we left things off, we were tracking down a blue blob, I guess, in Yyasulani. And that was the last quest line, or at least it seems like it's the last quest line in there, before we head over to Yyasulani. So, that's what we're gonna do. So, off to Shaktaral again. Shishinawezi Springs. And that continued quest should start with Kayameni. Down in the mouth. Kayamene is eager to impress the danger posed by the blue blobs upon the company management. Alright, so here's the plan. We go to my foreman, Wasampe, the one who sent you to look for me. We tell him everything we know about the blue blob, how it ambushed my wagon and tried its darndest to get me in its gullet, and how the mere sight of a formidable warrior like you sent it running for the hills. Wasampe's got the ear of the overseer, you see, so as long as we can convince him, the company's sure to do something. Assign us an escort, at least. I'll head over to the offices and drag Wasampe from his desk. Come and join us as soon as you can. Okay. Go on, tell me what you saw. The sheer gelatinous horror of it. Alright, Wasampe. Ah, Traveler. Thanks for finding Kayamene and bringing her back safe. She said you and her had something you wanted to talk to me about? That's right. I was on my way back from the Yyasulani trailhead when I was set upon by a thrice-damned demon. If it hadn't been for Averick here, I'd be drowning in that devilish jelly's belly right now. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. And you say Averick saw this blue blob too? He did, and he's not the only one. Plenty of other tappers have seen them too, prowling along the wells and the wagons. Even some of the engineers servicing the rigs. You see the connection, don't you? They're nosing around anything, and anyone, that smells of ceruleum. Maybe they're attracted to it. Maybe that's why they were attracted to me. Maybe. If they are, and they're aggressive like you say, then they're a threat to our workers we can't ignore. Still, there's something about all this that doesn't hold water. I've heard of these things too, the blue blobs, been keeping track of the sightings, even made a map of them. And you know what I found? Most of the sightings have been around Yyasulani Station. Not a single one near the Maw of Sanshia. You know the Maw, right? The pits of ceruleum near the rigs. The ones that are always catching light. It's the sunlight that sets them off, you know. They burn themselves out occasionally, but the next day that comes around, they're all aflame again. What I'm saying is, that whole place stinks of ceruleum. So how come there's never been a sight in there, even with all the wagons taking the trail straight through it? And how come the one that followed you there took off as soon as it drew near? Maybe there's something about the Maw that wards them away? That's what I was thinking. Thought it might be the fire, but they don't seem to mind it around the rigs. No, there's gotta be something else. Kayamene, I want you to look into this. Go back to the Maw and see if you can figure out what might be keeping them away. You grew up around these parts, right? Perhaps the folk in your old stomping ground might know something we don't, and be more inclined to share it with one of their own than with an outsider. I'll handle all your porting duties till you get back. You know what the Overseer's like. Keeps his purse strings tight. Unless we can prove these things really are attracted to ceruleum, and the attack on you wasn't just a freak coincidence, he's never going to stump up the guild to guard every convoy. Understood. I'll get you all the proof you need, I promise. Would you mind going with her? Don't worry, I'm not my boss. I can spare you an escort fee. The blobs may not like the Maw very much, but they seem to have taken a liking to her. Thank you kindly, and take care out there. Come on then, Everett, back to the Maw. Where's the Maw? Oh, the Maw of Shanshaya. Why is it called the Maw? Oh well. We'll find out. Is the Maw? You know, I think this is the closest I've ever been to one of these pits. My Grammy always told me never to go near the Maw. She said that if I burned myself to a crisp, I've only had myself to blame. But duty calls. I'll have to take a look around this pit. You can take the one across the way. It's just under the rig. As for what we're looking for, well, I suppose we'll know what it is when we find it. I'm going in the water. That does not seem smart, especially when it's on fire. You find a pale, softly glowing crystal at the bottom of the cerulean pool. Return to Kayamine to share your find. Interesting. A crystal, you say? At the bottom of the pool? I found one too. Stubbed my toe on the wretched thing. Guess my Grammy was right. Jumping in the Maw is dangerous. I thought it was just a rock, albeit a funny colored one. Don't think I've ever seen a stone as white as this before. Not around these parts anyway. And certainly not two of them. It's almost as if they've been put here deliberately. Here, don't you think those crystals might be what's keeping the blue blobs away? Or, here, you don't think these crystals might be what's keeping the blue blobs away, do you? Maybe. Listen to your elders. Kayamine wants to know more about the strange white crystals you found in the Maw of Shanshania. Looks like these stones are the only clue we have to go on. Let's go and ask my Grammy if she knows anything about them. Nashcheji, her name is. Lives over in the Wataninyawasa, the village where I grew up. It's just on the other side of the butt. Come on. The butt? Must be a geological term, I'm guessing, but an amusing one nonetheless. There you are. Neshtezi isn't actually my grandmother, you know. She's one of the village elders, who takes her duties more seriously than most. She's always out and about, keeping an eye on everyone, whether they like it or not. Let's split up and try to find her. You take the right side of the main street, and I'll take the left. Constant Gardener. Old Ma Neshtezi? Sure, I've seen her, and not long since. One of the village kids was playing around in the fields, and she didn't take too kindly to it. Chased him up the street there, saying that she was going to give him the hiding of his life for damaging the crops. Breathless boy. Sorry, my ears are still ringing from the chewing out Grammy gave me. I thought I could outrun her, but she was too fast. If you're looking for her, she said she had to call on one of the ladies in the village. Only thing stopping her dragging me home by my hair. The lady's sister lives just up the hill there. She'll be able to show you which house it is. Oh, there we go. You're looking for Neshtezi? She went to see my sister. She's with child, you see. Grammy made a charm for her safe birth and wanted to give it to her in person. The house is just back around the corner, under the butt. Like a fit old woman. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, you found her. Excellent work, Everick. Friend of Kayamine's, are you? And I see she's got you running errands for her, as usual. Whatever you want, make it quick. I've got places to be. We wanted to ask you about these stones. We found them in the maw of Shanshia, and thought you might know some about them. Here. Fool of a girl! It's one of the warden stones that keeps the beast from coming back. And you picked it out and brought it here? Are you reckless or just plain stupid? I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to know what it was. Then shut your mouth and open your ears, while I tell you the tale of the blue beast. Time was it stalked these lands, a demon of burning blue flame, that would rise up from the maw on a moonless night to wreak fiery death across Yyasulani. Only when its thirst for destruction was finally sated would it fade to nothing. But its evil spirit lived on, welling up from the underworld and taking the shape of its minions, the devil's droplets, that would throw themselves into the fiery pits to summon up their master once more. Our ancestors knew that whenever those thrice damned things appeared, it was only a matter of time before the blue beast rose again, until a young miner from the village made a discovery that would change our fate forever. He found a strange pale ore in Yyasulani Canyon that seemed to drive droplets away. A stone in each pit, and that was the last we ever saw of the beast. Thought it was the last we ever would see of it, but then you decided to get into your stupid head to go paddling around in a pool of hellfire and run away with the only thing that was keeping us safe. You go and put those stones back where you found them this instant, and I'll think about sparing you the lash. God, it's my poor heart. If they were so important, she could have told me about them before. Well, better late than never, I suppose. After hearing all that, are you thinking what I'm thinking? That devil's droplets and the blue blobs are one and the same. Yep, I think so. They have to be. And the stones we found must be the same ones the miner threw in the pits to keep them away. We only started seeing the blue blobs a few years back, right around when the ceruleum drilling business took off. Maybe that's what summoned them from underground. The sound of the drills stirring their master from slumber. They need to throw themselves in the burning ceruleum to summon their master, but with the stones keeping them away from the maw, they're searching for it elsewhere. That explains why we've seen them around the wells in the plant. They're following the scent of ceruleum, like we thought, and as soon as they find a blue flame, like the flare stacks on top of the rigs, or the tools of the engineers servicing the processing plant, they'll summon up their evil master once more. They'll summon up their master once more. We need to get these stones back in the pits, and fast. Okay, let's get to it. Back in blue. Kayamine has a stone in her hand and a cloud on her brow. First things first, we need to get these crystals back to the maw as quick as we can. Right now, there's nothing stopping the blobs from jumping into those pits and bringing back their master. Oh, I'm such a fool. Grammy always told me I'd have to be stupid to go anywhere near the maw of Shenshia, and she was right. If anyone gets hurt, it'll be all my fault. We have to hurry. Okay, back we go. Oh. What's going on over here? Ugh. No silence around the maw, I said. Shows what I know. Ah, Everick. We came back just in time. I found Wasampe being attacked by 3 of those things, but they ran off as soon as I arrived. Must have been the stone in my pocket. They're getting bolder, Averick. We need to do away with them before they can hurt anyone else. You go after them. I'll get Wasampe back to the springs. Okay. Defeat the Cerule Rooms. Oh, there they are. Oh, I got a Cerule bomb following me too. Feisty thing. You gonna follow me? That's what I thought. Okay. Let's begin. So now there's no debuff to keep active anymore, it looks like. I guess that makes things easier, but I was kind of fine how it was. So now I just gotta worry about keeping up my buff and my other, well, my 2 buffs, I guess. The attack buff and the speed buff. Yeah. Just gonna see if I can climb it, but of course I can't. You got him? Oh, thank you, Averick. Yes, thank you. Both of you. You saved my life. I was done with Kayamene's deliveries, so I thought I'd take a look around the mall myself. See if I could find what was keeping the blue blobs away. Turns out the answer was nothing. I fought them off as best I could, but it was 3 against 1. If it weren't for you, I'd be a dead man. You're wrong. The only reason they attacked you is because of us. Because of me. So that's how it is. Old stones and old magic. Yes, the stones were the only thing keeping them from the pits. I'm sorry. You weren't to know, but now we do. The question is, what are we going to do about it? We know that the blobs are attracted to burning ceruleum, and we know they're dangerous. But we also know that they won't go anywhere near the kind of stones that you and Averick found in the pits. That, to me, adds up to a plan, provided we can get our hands on more of them. Grammy said the stones were mined from the Yyasulani Canyon. If there are any more in there, we can dig them out and place them around town as a barrier to the blobs. Alright, you head down to the canyon and see what you can find. I'll keep covering your deliveries till you get back. Luck be with you. Next stop, the canyon. If we could find a seam of this stuff, we could finally keep our people safe. Speaking of, I hope you don't mind coming with me again. I'm a tapper, not a fighter, and if there's a lot of open desert between here and there... Dig for victory. Is this the combined quest? The image changed. Kayamene asks for your continued assistance in finding a way to counter the blue blob's bane. Ah, there you are. Are you ready to go? Yyasulani Canyon is to the south of town, near Luwataninyawasa. Remember, we're looking for more of that stone we found in the cerulean pits. Understood? Alright, then let's head out. All the way down there. Anybody doing this fate? Oh. No, but it's just one of these guys. I think we can handle it. Might take a while, but we'll see. Ah, here we go. Trajectory, what was that? Actually, I changed my mind. This is taking way too long. So we're just gonna dip out. Probably would have taken another like 10 minutes or something, and I'd rather continue with the questing. Stones were a lot paler and more crystalline than the rest of the rock around here. Let's split up. Give me a shout if you find anything that looks like the stuff we found in the pits. Oh. Might as well stay Gunbreaker, I guess. Scattered stones. An interestingly shaped stone among the pile catches your attention, but alas, there's nothing pale nor shiny about it. The sandstone wall is made up of layers of 100 hues, red, ochre, and gold. Alas, none is quite the same shade as the warding stone. Okay. Bleached bones. This is a long one. You pull one of the bones from the sand and a chunk breaks off. A surprisingly heavy, surprisingly crystalline chunk, whose resemblance to the stone you found in the maw of Shanshenya is unmistakable. Huh. So they're bones, not crystals. No use. I've looked and looked, but all I can see is sand. Well, that and sandstone. Did you have any better luck? Warding stone. A curious stone formed from the fossilized remains of a great beast. This is it! This is the same stuff as the warding stone. Where'd you find it? A bone, you say? I remember my Grammy telling me something about that. She said that when an animal dies in the desert and his bones are swallowed up by the sand, they take on the aspect of the earth below, gradually turn into stone. But if it's a great beast, a powerful beast, it's the earth that takes on the animal's aspect instead, and the sands around it become imbued with its ether. That must be why the blue blobs stay away from the maw of Shanshenya. Shanshia. They can sense the beast whose bones these once were, and they're afraid of it. But if we want to keep all of our operations safe, we're going to need a lot more stones like this. That's going to take a lot of digging. If the Overseer's not willing to pay up for a few guards, I doubt he'd give us the gil to open up a whole new dig site. Oh yeah, our moneylender friend. If it's gil you need, I know someone who might be able to lend you it. You do? Friends in high places, I suppose. Or friends in high places, eh? Suppose you make a lot of them in your line of business, helping folk out as you do. Anyone I know? Zetekwa, the moneylender? I know him, if only by reputation. But what a reputation it is! Let's head on over to Husatawi and ask if he can help. Kaimene? You should be the one to talk to Zetekwa. I'd only get in the way. Averick, it's so good to see you again. Can I buy you a drink? You'd prefer a mine? Well, the least I can do is hear you out, after all you did for me. Your friend's downstairs, you say? Then what are we waiting for? Let's talk business. Oh. Thanks for introducing us, Averick. I gave Zatekwa the gist of things. He says he's thinking about it. So, if I understand the situation correctly, Kayamene here needs to mine fossilized beast bones, but our management's too tight to foot the bill. Alright then, let's go and have a little talk with this overseer of yours. See if we can come to some arrangement. Really? You don't need to hear anything more? What more is there to hear? If Averick vouches for you, that's good enough for me. I owe him a debt, and I mean to pay it. Besides, this proposal of yours sounds like it could be This proposal of yours sounds like it could be a benefit to the whole of the wilds. Thank you. In that case, let's head over to the springs right away. You too, Averick. Over this way. I see many familiar faces here. The laborers may earn their coin in the springs, but they spend it in Husatawi. Just in time. Wasampe's gone to fetch the overseer. He'll be out in a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. I'm Ta Zenza, the man in charge of cerulean operations around these parts. I understand you have a proposition for me? Yes, sir, we do. It's about the beasts that have been prowling around the plants. And you're sure these stones really do ward the blue blobs away? How do we know this old legend you're basing everything on isn't just idle talk? They do, sir. I'm sure of it. 3 of the things had me cornered, till Kayamene showed up holding one of those stones. They were afraid, and not of her. There's no doubt in my mind that if we can mine more of this stuff and scatter it around the cerulean works, just like our ancestors did with the Maw, we can keep the whole operation safe. If there's any operation left to keep safe. We're already in deep with the banks for new rigs in the plant Whoop. That was random. I believe that's where I come in. I'm sorry, you are... Zatekwa, moneylender by trade, working out of Husatawi. Your colleagues told me of the difficulties they've been having with these blue blobs. While they've only been sighted around Shishenaweze Springs thus far, I am of the firm belief that they could soon pose a threat to all of Yyasulani. After all, if these creatures are attracted to the scent of burning ceruleum, it isn't only your wells that are in danger. The station, too, could soon find itself under attack. Indeed, I confirmed with one of my clients who works for the railroads that creatures fitting the description I gave him have been sighted along the tracks. So you see that I have a personal stake in this as well. I would be more than willing to lend you whatever funds you need to put your colleagues' plan into action, and on terms that don't interfere with the daily running of your company, naturally. Lest you forget, 2 of your workers have already been attacked. If it's ensuring the survival of your company is your primary concern, as I agree it must be, I urge you to act now. Please, sir, I don't want to lose my life or my job. How much do I pay you, Yyasulani? It clearly isn't anywhere near enough. I asked you to drive your wagon for us, and you come up with a plan to save the whole damned wilds. Offer accepted. Let's get those bones out of the ground to keep our people safe. Thank you, sir. You won't forget this. Wasampe, Yyasulani, you're off portering duties. I'm putting you in charge of this project. Mr. Zatekwa, if you wouldn't mind stepping inside the office for a moment, we can discuss the terms of the loan. Looks like this is where we part ways. Farewell for now, my friend. This may go some way to repaying the debt I owe you, but I so consider myself to be well in arrears? Never heard that word before either. If there's ever anything else I can do for you, you know where to find me. I should probably join them. But before I do, I want to thank you again. If it weren't for you, none of this could have happened. There are still a lot of dangers out there in the wilds. Some we know about, a lot we don't. But bit by bit, we're overcoming the obstacles they throw before us. And with a little help from folks like you, I know that one day, we'll make this a place where people can not just survive, but thrive. Here we go. And that is every side quest done here, so let's now continue on with our main quest, which I'm hoping will take us to Yyasulani, before I wrap up this evening. Uh-oh. Just ignore me. Just a little blue alien. Going my own way. And here's everybody. It seems those soldiers only appeared in Shishinaweze Springs. Could they have been after the ceruleum? It seems the people of the Shaloni are safe. What a relief. Mowahatzoan is still safe, but the animals are unsettled by the recent events. The dome is absolutely massive. What manner of kingdom do you suppose he's claimed within its borders? Raha and I visited the settlements west of here. Thankfully, there was no damage or casualties to speak of. I heard from Muklamat that Astinian was here. With him to watch over them, the people of Shalone will have naught to fear. Thanks to Astinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Yyasulani. The Hetzara were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It is composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Then, how are we supposed to get inside? If Sriracha and his army emerge from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It so happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Shaktara Railing, which operates the train between Yyasulani and Yyasulani. When we went out to recover the train, we had ourselves a look at the dome through a telescope. It was then that we saw it, a huge fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us part of it is inside and part of it outside? That seemed to be the case, yes. While we only observed from afar, the soldiers were coming and going from it. From that, I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you'd expect, the area was heavily defended. It won't be easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yyasulani? Wuklamant's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only those passengers who are headed back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yyasulani. But when that big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back, and all I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Sriracha wants me to prove that I'm my father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliolal. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in doing so, keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching the base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses with a single decisive blow. And we have just that. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she could carry, and send her hurtling at it to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? You were just saying how relieved you were that the train's in one piece, and now you want to turn it into a bomb? Train's not important. Our dream was to have the railroads running from coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line just to get back inside that dome and put a stop to all this. The least we can do is help them. But, Chief... Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. So have faith, and quit your complaining. But what if we fall really, really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip, and we'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? There's no change in her mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, honey. Honey? Aw. Did we know that they were married? Oh, this was remembered at the first. We won't leave you with any sorrows to drown, never fear. Seeing as I've never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not. It'd be a lie to say the loss of the train doesn't concern me. But with good friends, and my loving wife beside me, that's really all I need in the end. Well, at least it'll go down as the legendary train that saved Chiral. That it will. But first we got work to do, so she'll look the part. I don't know much about match tech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems we have a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuliolao and inform Kona of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Dungeon coming up? That would make me happy. To use this train as an explosive is a brazen plan. We'll have but one attempt, so we had best make it count. The ships seem content to remain waiting in the skies, so let us take this opportunity to do what we can and prepare. I hope Namika is safe. Well, we have our plan. Now let's finish this train and blast our way into the dome. Even only just having met them, I can see how important the train is to Walika and the engineers. We can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. We'll make this plan work. See if we don't. putting plans into locomotion. Your plan is set, but Grahatia is not without reservations. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zoraija will not strike Tuliyollal in retaliation? I considered the possibility, but when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliyollal, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuliyollal in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zoraija, at least until Tuliyollal has shored up its defenses. Right, we'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us. During which time Kono will find a way to fortify Tuliyollal. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. Everyone's hard at work on the train. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Looks like work is getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know a few who'd be willing to come and help us complete modifications to the train? Of course. What sort of craftsman did you have in mind? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with all of you aboard to fend them off, it'll be over in an instant if they manage to get just one good hit on the cerulean tanks. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers used lightning-based weapons, so I have in mind to install grounding rods. Would you happen to know a carpenter who can handle that? The fellow with a fetish for formalities. Sure. You mean Wokevu? Well, he has his quirks. There's no questioning his carpentry. A master carpenter from Okana, eh? If they'd be willing, we'd be glad to have him. But we need more than just a carpenter if we want to get this done in a timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task. I don't know why we would pick Fontaine. What about Zermurwer? Zermurwer would be perfect. We'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokui, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokui? I'll be damned. We'll not want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We'll need countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I for one can't use magic, nor am I handy with the firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? I guess install ballistas on the train? Big ones? Ballistas, eh? While they'd be powerful, it seems to me it'd take too long to reload between shots. If there was some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, then that might work, but weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I could be of assistance. The Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defenses, and I see no reason why the design cannot be adopted for your train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Now that sounds like something Fonjantain can help with. What are the materials we need? The barrel can be fashioned from any metal, so long as it's highly conductive to ether. To power the cannon, we will require fire-aspected crystals of the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be as the miners over at the springs can help with that. Then if I could leave the crystals and smiths in everyone's hands, I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure us the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shenza is in charge of our supplies, so it might be good to talk to him about it first. Well, I think we're set for a plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now let's get this train dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves. The plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in Yyasulani. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shenza over to the southeast. It's a shame Sid and his engineers aren't here to help. If they were here, I expect they'd turn it into a flying train. Shenza has given me a list of materials. We'll see to it they have everything they need. Right. Time to put my knowledge gained in the first to use. That should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons? Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. I'm not sure about the fire crystals, though. Might be best if you spoke directly with a miner. Can't leave that to you? Great. You're friends with Yate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone could get you the crystals you're after, it's her. Okay, and to the springs we go. There she is. Oh, Everick, what brings you around these parts? The purest fire crystals, you say? I think I heard tell about them before, but what was that about? Ah, here's the last ether current. A way to obtain fire crystals is on the tip of Yate's tongue. Now I remember, Surulanalas. You can find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want the purest crystals, though, you'll have to go over the oldest, toughest in Atlas. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why Aaronville thinks so highly of you. Nope, just ignore me. Okay, good, it went back. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. We think it's due to the ceruleum, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often that you see the bigger, dominating sort, and that's what you need. What you have to do is hunt down a few of their kind. Establish yourself as a threat. Oh, excuse me. That's known to draw out the leader. That's the spirit. While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless travelers come stumbling in. Okay, here we go. You see no signs of your prey. Perhaps you have better luck to the south. No, okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. A hefty, cantankerous Anala comes lumbering towards you with murderous intent. Aw, I didn't get to use Ouroboros. Oh well. There you are. Amazing! You dealt with the beast in no time at all. You need the crystals delivered to Shenza? I'll see that he gets it. Clear fire crystal. A fire crystal of the highest purity taken from the belly of a beast. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. And though he'd grumble if he knew I was asking this, please take care of Elena Shipia. Anyway, I'd best be on my way. And you as well. In case you are going to meet her, I saw Wuklamot heading for the station. Why are there Cactuar aiming things here? Oh, they got little bottles on the barrels too. I think I didn't notice that before. Let's see. Nope, just leave me alone. Here we go. Taking care of the crystals, have things proceed apace here too? Shinza told me you got the crystals for him. Good work. I've just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see you in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. Damn it. I'm idle for a moment. All I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Aaronville. We'll be on our way soon, and we'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk her ears off. Once my mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Lots of extra hands. Thank you for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tuliyollal, I had been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Valkona, I leapt at the chance to do my part. Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary Gerfurler does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Oh, the clouds dispersed. Yes, let's get to it. Quite an endeavor. Alright everyone, that'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons, and have yourself a hard-earned rest. Thank you all again for answering the call. No need for thanks now. Whatever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed, we must all do our part when our nation is imperiled. Hear, hear. We love Tyrol, and we love you, Val Wuklamat. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Thanks again for all your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Go and rest up, friend. Won't be long before the train's ready. Okay. Once we do this, I bet something's gonna happen. Or not. Well, at least I can fly now. All aboard! Despite his fatigue, there's an undeniable air of satisfaction about Walika. From here on out, we won't be stopping work till the train's ready. If you have any preparations, now would be a good time to see to them. The boarding call will come before you know it. Oh. Is there anything I need to do? Guess we could check out who's hanging out around the station. Got a Yokui. Hanu. Oh right, I can fly. Got some guys over here. Okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and wait. Ooh, food. Yep, I guess so.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise. Finished at last!
Whoa. Smiling bull at the front.
Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Oh.
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
Not sure it's the toughest one I've ever seen, but let them try and stop us in this.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Vanish!
I forgot I could do that. Oh, didn't last quite so long.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Here we go. Stand fast, everyone.
Paints cryo paints.
No, you don't. They switched to fire alarms!
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
doing your super shield? Oh, no, you're just literally smacking the bullets with your axe. Almost there.
End of the line, everyone!
Make a dent. Looks pretty sturdy.
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erinville?
Mostly.
Yep, that's a pretty big hole.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Oh. Engine. Trial. The idea of venturing into enemy territory is daunting, but I believe I'm ready. Or as ready as I'll ever be. There's no way Zarauja will be able to ignore our explosive entrance. True. Just a little further, and we'll be inside the dome. We couldn't have made it this far without the train. Let us see to it that we go the rest of the way. Let's see. So Graha will be our healer, Uklamat our tank, and we have either Alize or Kryl. Sorry, I want to take Kryl. Average item level 645. I'm 663, so that should be good. Oh, I always forget it says it at the top. Okay, this is exciting. Let's do this. What is the Vanguard? Ooh. War dogs? Vanguard is under attack. Vanguard is under attack. All units prepare for battle. Looks like there's no reason to hold back now. I just go straight into my super combo. See if we can get you out of the way.
Try this.
Surprisingly hardy. There we go. Enemy sighted. R7 sentries prepare to engage. Straja holds command over all this? Well, that didn't take long. Oh. Okay, that takes care of them. What's the first big boss? Vanguard Commander R8. Central Garage. Warning, intruders detected. Initializing extermination protocol. Electro wave. Oh. Oh, I think I get it. Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. Combat efficiency exceeds expected parameters, requesting backup. Oh, I see. Oh. This again. So, like this? Uh-oh. Cryo, please stay away from me. Oh crap. Oh crap. Ugh. Oh dear. That's outside? Yeah. Oh, come now. Okay, so very little warning for those. Inside. These guys are gonna float. That is out. This, and then the middle.
Just the beginning.
Now I'll show you.
This time it's in. Wrong button. Whew. Okay. That wasn't too bad, but it just took me a little while to figure it out. Ooh, that's a nice looking coffer. Maiming. Darn it. What does this look like? Ooh, red and shiny. Okay, what's next? Alert, alert, intruders detected. Engaging defense turrets! Ow. In place. Yoink. Why me? Is there anything else over this way? Uh-oh. Run away! This is a very big place. Nothing. So who are you? The Protector. Another hunk of metal for the scrap pile. Intruders detected. Initializing purge protocol. Another electro wave. Search and destroy. Turrets deployed. Commencing remote volley. Oh. Oh. Don't like that. Luminous fence. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is more complicated than usual. Interesting. Motion sensor. Oh, I see. Ow. I apparently moved. Oh, not again. Oh, don't like this. Don't like this at all. Oh, goodness. Dear, here we go again. Whew. That was too easy? I don't know about that. That was pretty crazy. Naming. No gear for me so far. Storage facility. Okay. Damn it all. Power the cross bridge and release the beasts. We can stop them there. Oh. What if I keep going? Aha, that's what I thought. Now the weird thing is that sounds like a person giving commands. That's not like there's emotion, like, oh damn it, they've breached the bridge or whatever. So they're not all like automatons. Ooh, very red here. Vanguard command. Send in reinforcements. The commander will not tolerate failure. Uh-oh. Oh. Charging hostiles, resistance is futile. Bet there's more of you this way. Hello? Hello? Oh, apparently not. It's the wrong button. You're annoying. Let's get rid of you first. Man, you have a lot of HP. So, who's the big bad boss here? Ooh. Oh, just a person? So such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Oh. Ophidian Outrider, Xander the Snake Skinner. So you will redeem our honor with your lives. So you're like an android or something? This is their leader? Something's not right about this. You truly believe you're a match for us? The audacity. No, you are very tall. Ooh, they look like magic. On your knees. I don't think so. Uh-oh. They can explode? Your HP seems to be going down very fast. Soulbane Saber. Ah. can't be this easy. Is there a phase 2? Ugh, how could you? Ugh. Oh, over already? Developed in a gentle light, the pulse of life surges through Xander the Snake Skinner. Alright, no more games. Same as Seralja, that was no resurrection magic. I call on the soul of the serpent, the great devourer. Give me the strength to destroy our enemies. Oh my. You'll pay for the souls you made me waste this day. Wasting souls, interesting. I'll tear you limb from limb. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Hold on.
Oh, should have paid attention to the name. Rear guard, okay. I gotcha, I gotcha. Fore guard, okay. Screech. Fore guard. Only one soul recharge? Or one extra life? That was the most unexpected transformation. Now to see what's inside the dome. Right, let's get moving. He was more snake than man by the end. And what's the treasure chest? Vanguard Rapier. Huh. Okay. Not too huge of a fan, but interesting though. Got breaches of scouting. Ooh, those are kind of neat. That belt is very shiny. Okay, I'll take that. Is that better than my current gear? It is. Doesn't match my current glamour at all, but maybe we'll finally start getting some new stuff. Oh, new
What
music.
greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yyasulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yyasulani, can it?
Doctoral heritage found. It's almost like, at least by those buildings, it looked like time had like progressed further or something. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. What happened here? There was no sensation of passing into a different world. This couldn't be a reflection. Could it? This is Yyasulani? Apparently. A rather large area. I was prepared for something strange, but this is like another world. I don't understand. You may now enter Vanguard. Gotcha, gotcha. Things keep getting stranger and stranger. Land of Levin. Erinville looks upon Yyasulani in disbelief. Doesn't make sense. That tower, was it always there? No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Taral. It's closer to what we saw at the gate to the Golden City, or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in so short a time. Then I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location. Or perhaps... Well, speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. Oh. Some interesting music. Oh, very ominous. Defective turret. What is that over there? That is a weird looking thing. That's an axe beak. You look so weird. Okay. The location reminds me of the Thunder Plains in Final Fantasy X, but the music is giving me Final Fantasy XIII vibes a bit. Oh, we're now taking the bridge? Guess we're not taking the bridge. Oh, go away. Oh, did I just realize now that that was a ranged attack? I've been using that combo for forever, and I never realized it was a ranged attack. Range of 20 yards. Well, that solves that mystery. Oh, it's a bit of a drop. Oh yeah, I was looking at the bridge. Yeah, the bridge looks like it's been rusted. So did some time magics occur here? Let's just see what fighting one of you's like. Oh, this is where we get the axe beak wings from. It is something. This place is unnatural in a way that I've never seen before. This place is isolated by the dome, yet the skies are heavy with thunderclouds. The air oversaturated with lightning-aspected ether. I haven't seen anyone so far. I recognize the lay of the land. It's definitely Yyasulani, and yet... That looks like a train station, doesn't it? That must be Yyasulani Station, where the passengers disembarked. Then perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. Oh, I forgot. I'm so slow in here now. Well, there's an aetheryte. So slow. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. I'm pretty sure this is Yyasulani Station, but from the state of it, I'd swear it was abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. This aetheryte is of Turali design. Yup. That's an interesting mount. It's fallen into total disrepair. Almost as if it hasn't been used in decades. Dilapidated building. The building is a rotting husk. It has clearly been many years since anyone lived here. Oh, you have a face, kind of. I think this thing is broken. Very stormy. Amidst enormous alien structures, we have more familiar sights like the station. Rusty train turntable. You find a train turntable. The thick layers of rust suggest it hasn't been used in years. Oh, ether current. This is a water tower for trains, isn't it? Sure. Kahiloa. I can't say any of these names. What do we got here? Nope, apparently not something I could harvest. Oh, no mature trees for lush vegetation? That's surprising. We have here rocks. Tracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for a long time. Finished poking around, have you? Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. It's one of the mechanical soldiers. Long since broken, apparently. But I'd say his presence confirms this is indeed Zoraja's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? So all evidence suggests this is Yyasulani Station. Hey, and I've no doubt we're in Yyasulani. But I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash, if I didn't know better, I'd say time flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects they are similar to one another, but in others wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. But if this is Yyasulani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions. But if Erenville says this is Yyasulani, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Erenville. Oh, yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next, then. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. Oh. Bzz. May I be of assistance? It's still functioning? It doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials. Bzz. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Bzz. Confirm. Bzz. Confirm. Bzz. Seems it's broken after all. Just too strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Are those lightning rods? Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Wahapya. Oh, well, guess I get to find out up close and personal. Your face is very close to the ground. Nox Blast. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, pupper. Don't mind the fact that I'm glowing. Look there. The lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. The design suggests there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. Yes, let's go close to the lightning. Familiar. You look like you're from the source. Or, the first, rather. Ooh. This material appears to be the same as that used in the mechanical soldiers and warships. On closer inspection, it appears to bear fine etchings, rather reminiscent of arcane runes like these. I suspect they're not merely decorative. I would posit it's used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I'll share this observation with Y'shtola. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link pearls. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. What's back here, I wonder? What's on the other side of the wall? Because it looks like that wall splits the zone. So slow. And there we go. Okay, not much. Just because I can. There's fate down there. Let's prioritize the fate. Because I need 6 of them to go faster. And that will just in general help everything. Okay. Well, there's a lot of them. Let's see how we can do as our gunbreaker. Did we get any better equipment? No, we did not. Ooh, 97. Well, I'm close. Let's grab a couple, see how well we do. Well, so far. No, it would be wise to summon Quackers, though. Uh-oh, now we're taking a bit more damage. There's characters in the way. Nice. There we go. One down. Let's keep heading back north. And then we're probably gonna wrap things up soon, because it's close to 5 a.m. and I gotta get to sleep soon. But I want to come to a good stopping point at least. Looks like I shouldn't follow the tracks. Eh. Whoop, whoop. Weirdly enough, I'm also getting a little tiny bit of the world that never was vibes. Not sure why. No sign of anyone. Oh dear. And this was a village? That's not good. And this is Erinville's village? Let's stay vigilant. Oh, Erinville. What in the world?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
It's you. The one we saw in Tuliola when the attack was happening. So who are you? That's a very sparkly outfit. Wait, this is from Final Fantasy IX.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sriracha has told me a great deal about you.
Are you the one he was talking to?
Sriracha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Andrea? That is from Final Fantasy IX.
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Okay. And this is Final Fantasy IX too. But why is it so happy sounding in this not so happy place? Oh, I remember this. Bum 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 bum. Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason?
Wait, like, do we have a King of Resolve and a Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you were both behind the attack on Tulihiola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it.
Final Fantasy IX music again. We have just fused Final Fantasy XIV with Final Fantasy IX, it seems. So is this the realm of the ninth?
To be sure, but if it might spare my people...
Or the reflection of the ninth, rather?
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yyasulani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol.
That's curious.
Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barriers surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shitona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
She knows of the Shitona.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides... You're right. Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolal?
Why were you there?
Noble Wuklamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zeralja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful. If you would follow me.
Isn't it a little odd for the queen to be walking around about on her lonesome?
Is that concern or suspicion?
Well, you seem a little too happy.
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
Like her. And that's what makes me suspicious. I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere, proclaiming herself a queen, is suspicious. True. Oh, come on, that was so close to level 100. A royal welcome. Alize is inclined to keep a close eye on the queen. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene, too. I could reach this fate up here. Excuse me, doggies. Is anybody actively doing this? There's the person, okay. still. Guys are really creepy looking. You're gonna see me, right? Yep. Might as well keep going. There we go. Uh-oh. It's a little more than I wanted. Oh crap. Whew. Okay. And is 12 enough? Apparently not. Oh, there's a Forlorn Maiden. Where's that? Oh, and apparently that's a ranged attack as well. Didn't know that. Or AoE attack, rather. Good to know, at least. Okay, I'm guessing we need about 20, 24. Who just saw me? Ugh. There's like no cloud dill bushes around here, just a bunch of these guys. Crap, I got both of them doing. Okay, fine, we can handle this. Is. There we go. And this one is still active? Yes, but not for much longer. Let's see if we can get that one too. This is a different one. Hack turret. You guys are ranged, I bet. Ouch, and you hit hard. It's level 100. Okay, but looks like we don't need to do too many of them. That's new. Oh, that was really cool. This. Oh, that's so cool. We could do it in 2 minutes, but we're gonna try. It's gonna be close. I think we can do it though. Of course, I got no experience for that. But nice. I'm level 100 now. Oh, we have a fate down here. We could do that one again. Now, as a Viper, I can do all sorts of extra attacks. So that's really fun. Okay. We can do about 2 or 3 at the same time. That might be a little too many. So, 2 more for heritage found. Nice. We did a tune here, yes? Okay. So, I think that's a good stopping point for today. Very curious, lots of interesting stuff happened. But I have to go to bed. It's 5:19. So, let's go back to my cabin. Still ominous clouds? Yep. So for our cabins. Okay, so yeah, lots of interesting stuff that happened today. And I got my Viper to level 100, which is fun. I think I'll have to do something about my glamour a little bit, because right now it's not really matching. But whatever. So, thanks for watching, and next time we'll see what happens in Alexandria / Shalon or Yyasulani, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see. So have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.